Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, team. Today's the day we've been waiting for. Today is September 21st. It is a Wednesday, and we have Fed Jerome Powell speaking today. As you guys can see, we're looking at the economical calendar. He speaks today at 2 p.m. Eastern and 2:30 Eastern as well. So we're going to get a lot of basically big news today about what he thinks about rising inflation rates. As you guys know, if you guys see the page, I posted that a lot of jobs are basically laying off people in fear of rising inflation. And he's going to get a lot of those questions of what he thinks or what he thinks is possible that he can do to help slow down inflation, especially since it's going out of hand compared to what he expected before. So let's see what overall happens. You guys know today the market is going to move big as opposed to the rest of the week that happened before. We're going to get large moves to the upside, large moves to the downside. Now, because of that, we're keeping the watch list very short. We're going to be looking at top 3 stocks for today. Let's get to it. Number one, of course, we got to look at the SPY. Looking at the SPY over here, this is the 20-day 1-hour chart. Reason we're starting off with that, we basically kind of triple bottomed at that 381 level over here, and we're kind of bouncing right now. So this is all possible. We could see that we're holding above that EMA line, confirming that bullish trend. We could possibly start pushing up towards 388, but the main resistance to watch out for is 390. And then the next resistance level you want to watch out for is 393. After we break that, 393 is the SMA, and it so happens to be the 1-year EMA line. So let's jump over towards the 1-year, 1-day. You guys can see it here a little bit clearer. You can see that 1-year EMA line is right there. Let me just readjust it. That 1-year EMA line is sitting right there. So we definitely want to be cautious with that as well as we start to trend forward, right? So if we start to bounce and hit this level, one or two things are going to happen, right? Around that 391 level. We could either break it for the upside or we could continue our downside. Looking at the overall charts over here, MACD is still crossed down on a bearish stance. RSI still has possibility for downside. Anything could happen after Powell speaks, but this is what the charts are saying right now. Looking at the 180-day, you can see 180-day is crossed up as well with the 20-day. So we have full cooperation between the 20-day chart over here. You can see it's crossed up and the 180-day. So that means overall, we are looking kind of bullish ahead of Powell. So want to see if we're going to get that bounce towards those 390 levels. Now, if any of this changes and we start to get a cross down on the 180-day, cross down on the 20-day, then we could start looking for a bearish position on the break of 385. And then we could start basically going down lower toward 382 and maybe lower from there. Yesterday, we did make a low yesterday of 381. That is going to be the main level you want to watch, right? You guys know Powell can move the market. We could go from 390 to 370s if he wanted to, right? Or whatever he says spooks the market. So watch for that 381. That's going to be the main level you want it to be broken. But overall, you can get in around that 385, 384, down towards that 381 if you want. But other than that, you can see we're uptrending. Let's jump towards the next stock. Next stock, you guys know what it is Tesla. And Tesla is forming a nice step and staircase pattern. We spoke about it in yesterday's video. You can see we spiked up yesterday, hit 313, and now we basically came back down. I said it was overbought. I think we're going to either come back down, test that step and staircase line, right, that trend line, and either fade or we're going to bounce off of it. Looks like we're kind of bouncing off of it. So you want to watch to see if we break that 310, then we could start going 313, and then we could possibly go higher from there from 313. There is a higher resistance on the 180-day. We could start basically going towards that 320 up here. So let's see what overall happens. Tesla is a little bit on the overbought side. There's some fears this morning that China sales are actually slowing down a little bit. They're trying to basically build up rivals and stuff like that, like Neo and stuff like that. So definitely want to watch to see what's going to overall happen with this company. But overall, it is holding trend towards the upside, right? So want to watch to see if it continues that upside today. 20-day is crossed down. Need that to cross up. It looks like it wants to bounce off divergence. If we get a 20-day crossover on Tesla, we could get a nice rocket from that 313 and higher. So let's see what happens. And last but not least, MU actually got downgraded today. So you can see MU over here. Why is MU stock sliding? Well, they got downgraded, right? So they went from 75 to 56 on the downgrade. They're sitting at 49 right now. So sometimes these downgrades, a lot more people end up jumping off ship than expected, right? So it's sitting at 49 right now. Some people are looking at the news this morning. It may sink even lower. It is very oversold. We're in the blue sector of the RSI. If it continues to stay in this blue sector, it can continue to go down. This is considered a high risk short position. So you definitely want to be cautious going into a short position on this morning. Preferably, you want to see a bounce coming out of this blue zone and then basically catch one of those smaller charts to the break of the low on that MACD cross down going lower. But watch for that 49 break, then we can start basically going down towards 48 and probably even lower. These contracts move pretty good. They're not too expensive as well. Watch for the break of 50 and 30 cents, and then we can start basically going to 51 and possibly higher. There's more room for upside than downside, even though it had a downgrade. So that's going to be it. I know a lot of you guys are going to be watching the SPY. You guys are going to be watching the QQQ, the NASDAQ, all that cool stuff. So make sure you guys stay alert. Stay basically open-minded. You guys know Powell speaks today at 2 o'clock and 2:30. So make sure you guys save your trades for then, because that's when the biggest moves are going to happen. I'll see you guys later. Leave a like on the video, and I'll see you later. Bye.